Okay, so I was saying that it'd be cool to just take time, release some videos of walk and talk, where I will walk, and if you've guessed it right, I will also talk. But mainly just sharing my thoughts, what I've been up to, what I'm thinking about. Today was nice. Like, we live in Jerusalem right now. We've gone a little bit north. We're in a place called Netanya on the beach, which, obviously, nice place to be. The water's pretty cold, not gonna lie. My toes right now, they're feeling it, but you just gotta do what you gotta do for the family, if you know what I mean. But no, honestly, like, it's so nice to, like, just get away, you know? When you've, just in the busy routine of life, you're working, you're surviving. When you got kids like me, just one, but another one who's coming in 2 months. Life is just super busy, There's one thing, when you get married, and obviously that's like massive, huge commitment, and it's really nice. It just kind of keeps you like stable and like focused. Like, okay, no matter what's going on, like you have a wife that you're coming home to, trying to make sure that you're creating like just a nice place, a nice space for her to feel safe and feel comforted, and also grow and challenge each other. Like, it's been nice. In next month, we will have been married for 4 months. 4 months? 4 years! For 4 months! No, for 4 years, which is actually really crazy when you think about it. But no, it's been a good time. There's always ups and downs and stuff, but like, I feel like we've really got to know each other a lot better. For me, it's been massively like, just like, like a real massive blessing to just get married and like not have to think about that, It's not like, for people who aren't married, it's not like, oh yeah, if you get married, everything in your life's going to be sorted out and all of that. Like, it definitely won't be. But it's nice to have a person that you're like with and just sharing your time with. They can see you in your lowest moments and your weaknesses and everything, but still choose to be with you. It's a very precious and special thing. And there's something so beautiful about like watching someone grow, but like with you and growing together. So I'd give you my recommendation on that. If you're thinking about getting married, you should do it. Obviously, the right person, all of that kind of stuff. I'm not going to give you a whole relationship advice stuff. I don't know if I'm the best person for that, but having my wife has been massive blessing. And just having this time away as well, to just like be together. And like our daughter, she's been to the beach a few times, but obviously it's been winter and stuff, so it's nice that to like just get out here. And like at first she was like super freaking out about the sand. She was like, what the heck is this? Like, the floor is moving, like what's happening? But now she's like, she's good with it, so we're cool. We're in a good place. But honestly, like, it's mad because like recently I started a new job, so I'm doing more like social media stuff. I'm not no longer working at Adidas, which was like good for its time. I think I was there in total like 8 months, but met like cool people, like nice people. And I feel like when you work with people, sometimes like, depending on how long you're working for, like they can really feel like your family, because you start spending more time with them than you do like your actual family, because you're always working, you're doing different things. So shout out to the people at Adidas. But no, I've moved into a different role now and doing like more like social media and marketing and stuff. So that's been a fun new challenge for me, and I've only been doing it for like, I think not even up to 3 weeks, like 2.5 weeks. So it's been new, a lot of changes. Obviously like football, got a couple games left of the season, so like it's nice, like we got our first win. Sad that it took so long. Obviously I played a few games for this team like earlier on in the season, and then like left. Like I said, we had a little disagreement and I left, and then I came back, I guess for this like last month. Maybe I played like 4 or 5 games or so. So it was nice that Givat Shmuel did not end the season without a win, you know, because yeah, how can you play a whole season and not win? That's so rough. Honestly, very demoralising when you start every game and it's like, yeah, come on, we're going for it, and then it's like, oh snap, we've lost it again, or like got a draw or whatever, you know, like, yeah, there's something so beautiful that, you know, when you win together. So no, overall, like, I'd say it's important to make sure you keep learning from, yeah, just the decisions that you're making, like the different paths that you start walking down, and then you like make certain decisions and you look back and think, oh, do you know what, if I were to do that again, I'd probably do it differently. So for me, I feel like, yeah, there's some things that I will think about in my own personal development and think, okay, I could have done this differently, should have done that differently, or I can learn from the way that this happened, or yeah, just making sure that I'm taking control of the things that I can take control of and, like, you know, be responsible for, and yeah, make sure that I'm putting myself in the best environment, even if the environment around me isn't the best thing, you know, making sure that I'm just doing what I can. I think that's part of what I've learned. And I think as well, like, it's just really important for you to like set your own standards. That's something I've definitely learned. Like, I'm like, okay, you just, yeah, if you don't, you'll just end up going with the flow of whatever other people are doing, or like what other people are saying, and it might even be people in authority over you, but you need to make sure that you know who you are and that you set your standards, you set your goals, and that you're like, okay, this is where I'm trying to get to. You know, if it's like, yeah, just even like, I guess, like boundaries and stuff, you're like, oh, do you know what, like, I'm looking for a team, and I want to make sure that I'm getting paid at least this or this, you know, you're thinking about the situation of whatever you're doing in life, whether football is your full-time thing or not, or whatever your job is, you just want to make sure you have a boundary. So it's like, okay, this is how much, like, I'll get paid, this is how, like, I won't play for anything less than this. Like, it's just important to have like these little things in place, and yeah, like I said, so you don't just go with the flow, and so that you'll be happier with the end result. And even if like people are like, oh, we're not going to pay you this, not going to do that, then like I said, it's important that if you have it before, then you can be like, well, I'm not going to play unless this is happening. And that's negotiations, you know. It's important even with negotiations to aim like high, like believe in yourself, trust yourself, believe in what you think that you are worth, and like, yeah, ask for that. And that's why, like, I keep saying the self-belief is like massively, massively important, because if you're not believing in yourself, you're just going to settle for something that's a lot smaller than what you actually are capable of. And so, yeah, those are just a few thoughts from me about that anyways. I'm definitely like excited for next season, because yeah, there's something obviously exciting about the new season. You're like, okay, this is the moment, like, we can set good habits, we can be in the team, like, best standard that we can play in at this moment in time. Like, yeah, it's just like a nice time where you're like, okay, like, new season, like new goals, new belief. And for me, like I said, I've obviously started like the series of Road to World Cup. Like, that's where I'd love to end up. You know, just playing in the World Cup, having the opportunity to represent, yeah, my country, and yeah, it'd be a massive honour. So yeah, but then when you look at the short term, you're like, okay, what are the things that I can be doing in my life that are going to like help me get to this goal? And yeah, like, I think it's just important to keep writing it down. Like, I've written so many different things down, and I'm continuing to write stuff down, and I'm continuing to adapt certain things, and like, okay, what's practical? Yeah, like I've said before, like, because of like last season and the season before with like football, like, I was just, at the time I was like mainly just doing like football. I also like love music and stuff, so I was doing like guitar lessons with a few students. But then like football payments started not coming in when they're meant to come in, everything was delayed, and like, honestly, like, for my family, it was just like, I can't put my family in this situation where I don't know when I'm gonna get paid, you know? Like, it's important, especially like when, you know, you're trying to look after your family, trying to give them everything they can, and it's like, wow, I'm contracted to get this money that I'm not getting, like, what's happening? So anyways, like, I was like, I need to definitely work like something else. And yeah, anyways, now this new job that I have, like, I'm excited, like, obviously it's bringing in like, yeah, just like money for the family so we can eat, but then also like still making sure that I'm doing what I can with football, to like progress and yeah, play at the highest standard that I can. And if that's the World Cup, like, yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to waffle on for too long, but this was my first walk and talk. If you want to see more walk and talks, comment, like, share the video, subscribe, and I will give you more walk and talks. I will just flick the camera on wherever I am, and we'll walk, we'll talk, and we'll have a good time.